What is up, riders? Welcome back to the channel. I'm sure you guys have seen this bike in every single video of ours, and we're finally getting to work on it. With the help from my friend Liam, we're hopefully going to get this thing running, and maybe Winston. Alright guys, so I've got this box that I've been collecting full of parts for this build, and I've never ever gotten to actually put it on because I keep stealing the parts out. But basically, where we stand with this bike now is it has no airbox, no exhaust, no ignition. That's what you need basically for running, and then no brakes for stopping. So in this box, I have a Naruka ignition coil. So that should be good for our spark. Get that on, we're all good. I'm also going to be running a standard airbox. So I bought a brand new airbox because every single one here in South Africa is always smashed or scratched or whatever. Bought a brand new airbox. And then we're also going to be running a Malossi air filter. So this is the dual foam, new to our website. If you are interested in one of these, you can check it out on our website, links down below. We still got to do some stuff to the carburetor. I don't have the choke on. I've got the cable and the choke here. We're going to have to mark that up, put it on, but for now, not too necessary. For the front, I have the Motorforce twin piston brake caliper. So we're going to put these on as well. I do want to respray the forks. They're looking a bit rough, so I want to respray them black, but at least I've got the caliper, which we're just going to bolt on for now, and then we can just unbolt it when we want to spray the forks. So I've got this Motorforce one, and that's going to look quite good. We've also got a custom-made Urban Rider disc, which is going to come later on in the video, and those will be also for sale on the website, links down below. Then I've got a CRP, brand new zinc-plated CRP exhaust that's going to be going on to this build. So I have had this for a little while. I had it zinc plated because it was a little rusty, so that's one way to battle that. We're going to put this on. I think it's going to look awesome. We might change the silencer. I do have a stage 6 silencer in here. I'm going to see which way I want to go. But for now, this is what we're going to put on.
Because as you can see, we've got the air filter here, obviously broken up, but we're going to be putting this together now. So as you can see, we've got both sides of the cover. Here we've got the actual filter that we'll be putting in, and then over here, as you can see, we've got all the screws as well that are needed, all individually sealed, which we'll be taking out now and then putting this filter together.
Alright, so I think the next thing we can tackle is we're going to put on the ignition coil. So I've got this Naruka one. We often put the Motorforce one on as well. I will be changing this plug cap. I'm hoping to get a stage 6 one in the future. So for now, I'll leave this on, but let's install this. Look at that. Nice and orange, nice and new. Pretty sick. While we're here, I do have, so you might have seen in the BWS 50 video, we fitted this fan, and a few of you did pick up if this did actually work, and it didn't. So this will probably only fit on the 100. I'm gonna install this and put it to some good use. All sorted, the motor's looking good. We still got to put the shrouds on, cooling fan shroud and the cylinder shroud, before we can put the exhaust on. But I think that's looking pretty good. So let's keep going. So we've got brand new header bolts from Motorforce. So I'm going to be putting on this, well, 2 of these, and a brand new copper gasket while we clean it over there. And then I've also got nicer looking exhaust bolts for the mounts. Should look good. The shroud's not on yet, and I think we can get that on after the pipe. So I'm going to do that after because I am impatient. I'm very impatient. Alright, so this is the CRP. It's actually one of the last, it is the last CRP that was ever made before CRP left South Africa. But yeah, we've been holding on to this for a very long time so that we can fit it to this exact build. So I'm very excited to finally put it on. It's been hanging in the background of the videos. I'm sure you guys have seen that as well. But it's time to go on. So, as you can see, I'm able to fit this exhaust with a center stand attached. A lot of the other pipes don't run the center stand, but I mean, sometimes you want a center stand. So this, as well as our open rider pipe, allows you to run the center stand. Especially if you're building a bike, it's always nice to have it on the center stand. Let's skip some of the boring stuff. My dad is going to be cleaning up the shrouds and putting that all on while we head to the bars. So we'll head to the bars, put on the new switches that I got, which I didn't show you yet, but I've gone ahead and, just like my 50, bought the stage 6 switch gears and quick action throttle, all in orange. So this is gonna match all the anodized orange on the bike. I think it's gonna look quite sick. And yeah, so let's get to that. Okay, we've gotten the throttle all put together thanks to Liam, and now we can put on the bars. So he's just kept it a little loose just so we can get it onto the bar. So let's do that. We also might need to do some cable adjustment, but for now I'm just gonna put it on and see how it works with our car, but check that out. So on it goes, line it up, let's grab our Allen keys and just roughly, put it on. Sweet. It's on. We're going to basically do the same wiring up as the BWS 50. If you do want to see what we did with that one, you can check out that video. Pop up above or in the links down below. Now onto the switches. Sick. Okay, switches are on. Quick question, Liam. Do we go with a stage 6 orange grips, or do we go with the black stage 6? Should we get them out and check?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, so we've got the orange, which I think looks pretty sick, and we've got the black. A little bit more subtle, but good nonetheless. So what do we think we're going with? Is this the right choice? Are we gonna go with the orange? Should we change it to the black? What do you think of these? Let us know in the comments down below. Up. This is brake clean, so it actually evaporates. So that's why we can do it. Otherwise, you wouldn't put lube on here. I messed that one up.
Push from the end.
You're gonna have to take over.
What did I say? Go from the end,
Okay.
flow it through.
Okay. Alright guys, so I've checked out the throttle cable. It's a little bit too long and the fittings don't really work exactly with the Malossi carb. So what we're going to do is send it to our cable guy. We've got the lengths all sorted. Speaking of that, like in the 50 video, I want to get the brake sorted because we might need to do some changes on the cables. I just want to double check if all the connections are the same because we're running an aftermarket brake lever and master cylinder setup. So I've got this one. It's a bit too bling for me, but we got a solution for that. You'll check it out in a little bit. And I've also got the clutch lever, which we'll use as the rear brake, which is also drum brake on this vehicle. So it should be the same. We just have to fit the cable, make sure it fits into the ends, and that should be that. So let's fit these and see how they look. Solid. Okay. Okay. Wow. And now we run this at like a 45.
Yeah.
Okay. So remember I told you this thing's looking a little bit too bling. So we've got a genuine Yamaha one that we're going to be replacing it with. And I think it's just going to take it to that like subtle look, and it looks pretty sick. Dad likes the Japanese writing, eh? I think it looks cool. These are a bit long though, surely. Oh no, they have to be. Check that out. Are these a bit too long? We've got other ones though. We do have other ones though.
Yes.
Thing is, do we do chrome or stainless? Or do we do black? Stainless, okay. It's bottomed out. Told you.
They're in the
Okay.
box.
Yeah. Got the right ones now. Yeah. That looks a lot cleaner. Okay, so I think that's looking pretty sick for what we had to deal with. It's very hard to buy levers for a bike with a rear drum brake. I find it extremely difficult. The BWS 50 was kind of easy. You could buy dual drum brake setups, but for this to have a master cylinder and a cable drum brake at the back, it's very hard. So a clutch one will suffice. It's just a bit big. I think it still looks great, and with the genuine Yamaha master cylinder cap, it looks great. Orange looks amazing. Now we got to send our cables to the cable guy. We'll probably get them back the next day, and then we can carry on with the build. See you then. See you then.
Several days later.
All right, guys, so moving on to the brakes now. We've got a brake line here that we're going to be using, and this one comes with a whole bunch of different connections, which is awesome, and we'll be able to just figure out the routing since we are doing a non-standard setup here. Then we have this awesome genuine Urban Riders oversized disc. So this is 180mm as opposed to the 155 standard. This will be going on, and then we'll just use a brake adapter to move the caliper outwards. We're waiting on that, but we can install this today nonetheless. Yeah, we've also got the, like I said earlier, the Motorforce brake caliper. So this is a twin pot or twin piston. So this is using the Aerox or Nitro pads, and this will add more braking force. Looks amazing, not too crazy. Luckily it just is a bolt on, so that's quite awesome. You can also bolt this onto your standard BWS without any brackets or anything. It works perfectly, as you can see over here. Perfectly fine with the standard setup, but we are going to be moving our caliper out a little bit so that we can run our bigger brake disc, so we can have more braking power. So if you guys want an upgraded brake disc and caliper, go to our website. The links will be down below. All right, so I've got the wheel off. I just want to show you guys the comparison in the size. So check out how much bigger the disc is going to be. So it's about 25 mils, if my math is right, 155 to 180. So it's 25 mils bigger in diameter, which is quite awesome, and it just looks amazing. So if you guys want to cop one of these, the links will be down below. We're working on the brackets as we speak, so they should be ready. When they are, the links will be in the description below. Grab yourself one. Damn, now that looks sick. I love the wavy disc. Let me know if you guys like the design as well in the comments down below. I think it looks amazing. Don't look at the forks. We're still gonna get them done. We're gonna go black with them, and that should look all nice. But as you can see here, if I put the caliper in place, you can see that's as close as it gets. So we will need a bracket very similar to this Malossi bracket. This Malossi bracket's not gonna work, but we're gonna have our own bracket that will just shift the caliper out 25 mils, and it'll look awesome and sick and a big brake upgrade, and I cannot wait. Alright, so now we can fit the brake cable, the braided hose. I think it's braided. Is it braided?
I don't know.
Okay, not too sure.
Yes, it is. Sorry.
Yeah, it is braided.
It's got a black sheath over it. But yes, it's still braided.
Well, we're gonna put that on and it will just dangle for now. We're not gonna bleed the brakes or anything. We're not gonna even get the brakes sorted today.
Yeah, we just want to get the angles, the idea of the angles. Like,
Yeah.
we go 90. We go 90 and then obviously down. We'll see what happens at the bottom. I mean, we could go like that to keep away from the bleed nipple. We could go straight up, or we can go with a slight angle in. Let's see.
Alright, for now we're done with the front. We can't do the brake caliper yet. It's pointless putting it on and dangling there while, you know, it does nothing. So we'll get that sorted in another video. But I want to get this thing started. I want to hear what she sounds like. So the next step is to put on the cooling fan shroud and the cylinder shroud so that we can get this bike started. Fit the spark plug cap on. And then lastly, the airbox. I want to mount the airbox and attach it to the carb so we can get this thing running properly. So let's do that. Alright, so I think we've got the final touches pretty much all sorted, and now I'm super excited to get the plastics on. So we've got brand new black plastics, floorboard, knee board, a few other panels from Yamaha, and then we've obviously got our white matte white panels that we can go on as well. So let's get the floorboard on, everything looking like a proper scooter, and then we can start her up. Alright, let's see her start up. Okay. Alright, let's check if we have spark. Do you see spark?
No.
I don't see spark. Damn it.
Shit.
Alright guys, so I didn't reach my goal of getting her to run today. We just ran into too many issues with not enough daylight. So this one's gonna have to go into the next video. So we've got two issues. First one, we've got no spark. So we've checked out everything that we can see that's obvious, and we can't find the fault yet. So we're gonna have to go through. We don't have another CDI, right?
No.
So we can't test if it's a CDI. We've tested with the multimeter, but we're not sure if the CDI is bust. We're not sure if the ignition is bust. We've done everything to try and make these switches work. So we've bridged the brake light so that you can swing the motor. So everything swings. We've got no spark. So we have to still run through a whole bunch of other things. Maybe it's the stator. Don't know if it's the coil. It's a new coil. So we'll check out all of those things. And then our second issue is we've got a fuel leak, and it's coming from the fuel tank. Now, it's not coming from the obvious places. There's actually like a pinprick hole in this petrol tank, and it's just on the, I thought it was the float sensor, and I wiped it away, and it's just evaporating and then immediately coming out from next to it. So there's like a pinprick hole, so we're gonna have to sort that out as well. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know what your guys' thoughts are on why it's not started in the comments down below. Maybe you can help us out, and we'll check you in the next one. Peace.
I say now.